Today we're going to learn how to follow a line with our EV3 robot. This may seem like a very complicated task, but it's actually quite simple and very useful. So I've pulled up an image of the latest FLL board, and look at all these lines. You can follow all of these lines. So say you want to get to this mission from base, you could follow it all the way and get to it every single time instead of just aimlessly aiming and driving until you hopefully you get there. So it can be very useful. So I'm going to bring up all the blocks we need. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong block. We want a motor reset block. So I'm going to make a follow line program that stops when a certain amount of degrees has gone, or your robot has moved a certain amount of degrees. You can make a follow line program that stops when any event has happened. You can make it when a light sensor senses black, a touch sensor hits something, an ultrasonic sensor sees something, like literally anything. And now we want to grab a color sensor block, math block, and 2 move tank blocks. So it's literally just these blocks. It's very quite simple. So set this to what color sensor you want to use to follow the line, and set this to measure reflected light intensity. You want to set this to advanced so we can have our own equation. And what we're going to do is A minus B times C. And you want this to go into B, and A is going to be the target value we want to hit. So on this board, say we wanted to, if we were to follow this line all the way here, we would want to follow the black line. Now, how following lines works is you actually follow the edge of it. So because black is 0 and white is 100, the middle of that is 50. So we want to follow this edge just like this all the way. And so you want to get the middle number between the two colors you're following, and that's 50. So I'm gonna put 50 into here. And now C is what's called a factor. So that's going to be how fast your robot corrects itself. So say your robot, if you can see my cursor, say your robot is going like this, and it's well above 50 right now. It's like 100. That factor is going to, the higher the number, the sharper the turn it's going to make to turn into the black line. If it's a low factor, it'll just kind of slowly correct itself. But if it's a big number, it'll go like this and follow like this. So you want to find the sweet spot with your robot. It's different for everyone. I'll just set it to 2. Now we want to set this, sorry, this needs to be a move steering block actually, because we want to set this to what the steering is going to be. And this doesn't really matter. Actually, no, it does. We're going to put this to on. And now we want to set our speed. I think 30 is a good speed to follow a line. It's fairly fast, but it's not too quick. And because this is on for motor rotation, we want to have this on for motor rotation and for degrees. So now we want to have it so it'll stop less than or equal to the amount of degrees we want to go, or sorry, greater than or equal to, and I don't know, let's say 1000. So if you use positive numbers to go forward with your robot, you want greater than or equal to. Sometimes you mount your motors backwards and you use negative numbers, then you would want less than or equal to. And then you want to put this on off. And now this will, just like that, just like magic, your robot will now follow a line for 1000 degrees.